Have we got any people? Have you got any more people jumping in, Leticia?
We've got no one in the waiting room at the moment.
Right. So if I could just say the following first of all, thank you, everybody, for joining today's coffee morning. It's lovely to see everybody, and it's been a while since we've seen you because the last time we all got together was in December. So I just wanted to say hi to everyone, wish everyone a happy new year. I know it's February, but you know, it's the first time we're seeing each other. Hey, Mary, good to see you. And it's also, when you think about it, we've got some firsts here because you just said that Tatiana and Michael, who have been speaking to each other, have never actually seen each other. And I think this is one of the beauties of the CSRF. We actually bring people together and we do it in a multiplicity of ways. We have the befriending groups, but now we have a visual way of sharing with everybody. And I just would like to note that as rather momentous and just say thank you very much. Oh, Leticia, you got emojis. I want to do that. Oh, yeah, look. Oh, cool. I do like that. I think that's fabulous. Anyone who wants to use the emojis, let's do that. That'd be cool.
Those emojis were for Michael and Tatiana for the meeting. It made me feel so warm and nice to know that they've been able to see each other's faces. So I wanted to send some love out there.
I think that's wonderful. And if anybody wants to send emojis, on the bottom of your screen, when you pull your little arrow down, because this could be a digital skills learning exercise as well as a coffee morning, darlings. Right, when you go down.
Oh, Jean, excellent.
Oh, well done, Jean. Oh, wicked. Yeah, so when you go down, you've got a little section. It says react, and if you press it.
Yay, Judith.
Oh, well done, Judith. Wicked, man. You could get all different things.
Tatiana as well. Fantastic.
Oh, I just love this.
I didn't know you could do that.
I know, we just learned something. Look. The simple things that make people happy in life, you know, send an emoji or two. So what I wanted to do, couple of things I want to do, obviously housekeeping. Thank you, everybody. If anybody needs to take a break, you don't have to stay, you know, please just wander off if you need to have a 5 minutes or a break or anything like that. Don't feel compelled. That's absolutely not this is supposed to be just a nice little chin wag for us to just chew the fat. I wanted to welcome everybody. Glad to see everybody. The two things I wanted to do, we have 2 new members of staff who have been integral. Sharon, do you want to unmute yours? Yeah, put your. Oh, okay, we'll just bring him over, but you need to unblur so people can see him. So we've got 2 new members of staff. They both joined just after Christmas. I think Hasnaf came just around about January, and Hasnaf and Sharon also joined in January. And what they've done is they've actually been quite impactful, and we've had updates on our website, and we also have this really excellent piece of, as far as I'm concerned, this is a piece of art. You know, you might not think so, but I think once there's creativity, it turns into art. And what we've done is we put this reel together, and we're hoping to use much more video and much more visual images, but I just think it's a really good way of conveying to people what we're doing and what we're about and the impact of that. So there's Sharon and Hasnaf. Do you want to introduce yourselves, guys? You can unmute. You can speak to the.
Hi, everyone. I'm Hasnath.
Hiya.
Hi.
Hello.
And Sharon.
Sharon Raj, I've joined New Year. Nice to meet you all.
Nice meeting you.
So what do you do at the CSRF other than look fabulous on the Zoom call?
So I am marketing communications manager. And Sharon.
Support officer. Listen to
You are gonna go far, young man. Well done. I mean, and I think really they've done is, I mean, this is probably one of the most, you know, more obvious things that you can see, but what they've been working on together is actually trying to create much better awareness of the CSRF, and we're using all different types of oh, you can't hear me? Oh, sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you, yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we're looking at using all different types of mediums. And I think one of the things that we're really keen to do is to create more video images. So this is what they've done. I would mostly appreciate your thoughts and feedback on it. And just tell me how it made you feel. Because I think most times you have 3 seconds with most people. I mean, especially when you're getting into our more mature years, it's probably 10 seconds because you've got to go and get your glasses. You've got to make sure you can hear everything, you know. So essentially, we've only got a very short time span to convey images to people. Oh, Jill,
Hi,
hey,
Julian.
hey, Donald. Yeah. So, you know, it's
Hi
really
everyone.
lovely
Hello.
to see you.
Nice
Yeah,
to
so,
see you all.
yeah.
Sorry for joining late. I hope my Wi-Fi holds here.
Oh no, it's no problem, Jill. I was just introducing. We've got 2 new members of staff, Hasnath and Sharon, and they were just introducing themselves. Jill's one of our board members, and we just they have been really creative over the last couple of weeks, and this is the type of work that they have been producing. So we've now got a reel that we put here, and it utilizes quite a lot of our history and our imagery. So I was just explaining to people what it is, and I was just hoping that, you know, at some point during the afternoon, sorry, during our time, you guys will give us your thoughts
Sounds
on the
great.
reel. Yeah, because it tries to show our history and it's narrated over a period of time. So it's just a nice way of showing the importance of this organization. I mean, the staff are important, but really it's about the community. And this is our community for 60 years and we've been supporting them. So I hope you enjoy that reel. Give me your thoughts about that, you know, a little bit of wow. Oh, one of you probably have to keep the mute off, Leticia, because otherwise we get that ABBA effect. Yeah. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to jump onto a few little like updates about where we are. And then, I mean, I think most people are here for the quiz master, and I don't want to keep you waiting because she is particularly good at that role. So, befriending update, what have we been up to? Well, we've identified a couple of things. We have the strategy going on. We're not going to be moving forward at the moment with, when we spoke last time, the QIB, and the reason we're doing that is because it's being deferred until 2026. And part of the reason for that is because we are focusing very much on the Diamond Jubilee year, raising funds, and also creating greater awareness via our digital donor campaign, Let's Do Lunch, the reduction of our fees for annual subscribers, and also the Cup of Coffee campaign in you know, pay £3 and you can also have, that's your annual membership, but you effectively, the price of a cup of coffee can, for want of a better word, create the kind of experience that you're seeing here. When you look at our members, that's what the price of coffee buys. It buys that fellowship and buys that legacy. So we're still in that stage. In terms of the strategy, one of the things that we've put together is a media pack. Now, I know some people have received the media pack, and I was just wondering, for those who have got it, did you have a chance to look at it? What's your thoughts about it? Were you able to, you know, chew all over it? Because we have a working group, a Befrienders working group, and out of the working group came the idea of having a media pack which we could share with Befrienders, especially those Befrienders and volunteers who are not yet matched, so that they could put that media pack locally. And I think Richard has received the media pack. Hey Kim, lovely to see you.
Look.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely to see you, Kim. And I think Gillian, you both received the media pack, haven't you?
I actually haven't. I don't know whether there's been an issue with post, but I haven't got a poster or anything, no.
All right. Richard, did you get a copy of the media pack? Richard? I think he's frozen.
Oh.
Okay, I think Richard is frozen momentarily, and when he unfreezes, we'll maybe get some thoughts on that. But what we had created was a media pack for individuals who would disseminate that information locally about the befriending service, especially those individuals who had not been matched. So we've done that exercise, and we're in the process, hopefully, of, you know, finding out the impact of that. And I also wanted to extend the invitation to anybody on the call who wanted to get a media pack, that they could actually do so. And that and inside of it, what it basically has, it has information about the befriending service. It has a letter in there that you can share with a GP or a local post office, or with I don't know, a local
Are
community
you
group.
using a Zoom workplace?
Trying to.
Trying to.
Oh, right. Sorry guys. Yeah.
It's giving you messages up here.
And what we're hoping to do with that is to raise awareness of the CSRF, and that was something that came out of the befriending
Well,
working
big
group.
one up now.
So that's what that's one of the key things that we've we've done. So if you
Big
do
one.
you haven't had a media pack and you think that it'll be something that you can utilize to share information locally, then that's something we can forward to you. We can always send it to you also in an email. And if you've got difficulty, we can send you that in a hard copy with some of our literature and leaflets, such as our befriending leaflet, this one here that you keep seeing on the screen.
Now there's a message that says,
Yeah.
leave meeting.
I'd be interested, certainly, because I haven't seen it.
Right, Judith.
I can think of
gonna-
places I could share it.
Excellent. All right.
Now that I've unfrozen, just to confirm that I have
Oh.
seen it. And I think originally we were thinking it might be quite good as a resource to post on, for example, notice boards in GPs, surgeries, or other community centres. And I think sometimes it may be good to introduce it personally, perhaps to send it in to, say, a GP practice manager with a note saying, would you like me to pop in and talk about this and explain what we do and so on. So I think that's one point to bear in mind, that sometimes personal presentation is quite good rather than just sending it in with the risk that it might get over put in the bin. And then I think we thought that it would be a good sort of talking point if you ever find yourself in groups outside the CSRF context, to introduce the CSRF, explain what they do. I recently went to my local CSPA group meeting, and I think there were about 12 people there.
Wow.
And I asked at the beginning, who's heard of the CSRF? And only 4 hands went up out of 12, which I thought was not particularly good. So I think reaching out to those sorts of organisations is helpful. And
Great idea.
the pack that we've got, I think, is an excellent thing. We can distribute, leave at meetings for people to take away and think about, and so on.
I think that's a really good idea, Richard, and that's what we were trying to do. Did you want to jump in, Judith?
I was just going to say I've mentioned it to my local CSPA group as well, because I'm a member there. But it'd be useful to have the media pack to kind of remind it and perhaps do a bit more than just a casual mention. So that would be great.
Absolutely. And there might be a few also other bits of literature we can send you, like the befriending leaflet, for argument's sake. You know, this is
Yeah, that would be good.
a nice little leaflet, and we could share a few of those which you might want to put up locally. So I think that would be, you know, a call to action for us that we've got to do. And I've made a note for that. Okay, so the next thing I just wanted to update you
Denise,
on.
could I have a hard copy as well? Because I'm
Yes,
also a
ma'am.
member of CSPA, and we've got an AGM. We only meet bi-monthly. We've got an AGM coming up in April.
Check me out. How
Me
about
too.
yeah?
Yes.
How about yeah?
Perfect.
That's great. I think for those people as well who want that, they can do so. They can share that with their, you know, with their colleagues and friends, and also in their local group. So we can share that with you. That's not a problem. The next,
Denise, just to add, yes, please. I don't know what has happened to our media pack, but we had
It's
some
all right,
trouble
cool.
with post around Christmas, so maybe that was linked to it.
Yeah.
But I think we'd also discussed maybe nursing homes and residential homes might be a good place to see if they could take a leaflet or a flyer where people might have a need for a befriender, especially during the transition of moving in, before they've really made solid friends there.
I think that's a good idea,
Thanks.
Jill. And what we can do is we'll send that down to you as well. And I think the idea about the nursing homes is a very positive one. So I think going forward, David's been really good and putting together a whole range of new bits of material. So we've got nice banners, and we're going to be going up and down to different locations. We've got Civil Service Live coming up, and those activities, we will be pushing that. So we'll be sharing the same literature. Another, thank you for that, Jill. Another quick, go ahead, Judith.
Is there not a problem with the nursing home idea, though? Because surely this is just for former civil servants, isn't it? We're not a nationwide befriending service for everybody.
Well,
and I wouldn't like us to overpromise and underdeliver.
I think that's a fair point. I think one of the things that I would be keen to do is to, once all the befrienders who want the literature get the literature, we could then look at whether or not we've got space to put other people into, our community and share. Because part of the strategy is expanding into public services as part of the befriending strategy. However, I think the point is well made, Judith. You need to do it in a way that's manageable at the office with what we've got. So I think, like, if we look at it in tranches, then that would be, I think, a good way. And thinking about nursing homes, looking at other organizations to share our details with would be, I think, something that we should be definitely taken on board. Okay, so I'm going to just jump to the next point. We've trained
Denise.
Yes.
Sorry, Denise, before you go to the next point, we have a message from Kim Brinkworth, who has written U3AS, question mark?
U3AS.
U3As. The university, the first age, third age.
Oh. What about them? Do they want our stuff, do you mean? Could we share it with them?
Yeah, I would think so.
All right, well, cool. But the only thing I'd be worried about, Kim, is if we open it up and then everybody wants everyone wants a beneficiary, or sorry, everybody wants a befriender or a call. I would be worried about that in terms of like not being in a position to offer it, because one of the things on the befriending strategy was to get the number of individuals who want a matched, and all the individuals who were trained in areas with a match. So that's where we started with the media pack. We sent it to those people who we have a notice board. Well, it's a notice wall, and on the notice wall we have a number of people who are not matched. So that's going to be our main, we want that brought to naught basically, and that was that's our main focus. In the meantime, though, we've got 2 new befrienders that we have recently trained, and that is also keeping us in line with our strategy to expand the service by 10%. So I just wanted to just let me do this again, because I've just learned how to do this. So well done to Leticia and David, who were able to do that. Check me out. Okie dokie. Right. Next item. Oh, good news for you. Fundraising. We had our Walk for Friendship last year. Part of the strategy is to raise £6,000 to support the befriending function. However, we haven't raised 6,000, but we did raise £982 with our Walk for Friendship towards that. So well done to everybody. Thank you for that as well, Jill, because I know you brought Donald down to the Walk for Friendship, and it was lovely. And I think you was also there as well, Jean, weren't you? So well done for that. And we raised £982, which is still there. But if you still want to donate, you can still do so. You can visit our website and donate on the website. And we also have our main donor appeal, which is taking place at the moment, which is for the 60, we're trying to raise £60,000 for our 60th year. Okay. Call for podcast invites. Now, I don't know if you've seen our wonderful piece of artwork advertising that we had Samir Gray as one of our podcast contributors. And we are very keen for the Befriending family to take part in the podcast. So if you know anybody that would be interested, or you would like to be involved in it, please do consider being involved. I mean, you might have other colleagues who are part of the civil service, so you might want to bring them in. But really and truly, I would very much like to hear from yourselves and your voices.
Because our exciting new stores page.
Our new stories page. And that's the part, because we've got some new things happening on the website, because we now have a brand new team with Hasnaf and Sharon, and they're focusing on creating more engaging content. And that is it there. So Samir Gray was one of our candidates. We also had Jean, who's in the call. We had Olive, who's in the call.
Make sure
chap
to
called Les.
register.
Yeah, another chap called Les. He was also in the podcast. So we've had lots of people participate in the podcast so that they can share their voices, because part of the podcast is a number of things. We are conserving the voices of working civil servants. We are preserving the voices of working civil servants. And it's also to do with archiving. Yeah, it's to do with archiving, because
you know
it's really
these?
important to keep that there. So I don't know. Michael, do you think you could mute? Just put the microphone. Excellent, Michael. Thank you. Thank you so much. Don't go. We still want you to be here, but it's just helpful if we can mute. That's good. Right. So I've done the port call out. Right. Website updates. As you can see, we've got a new stories page. Yeah. Have a look at the stories page. Let me know what you think. Would you like to submit a story? Don't be shy. Yeah. Please get in touch with us. We'll be absolutely thrilled to hear about your stories. And you might want to, we can translate that also into a podcast if you're happy to share your work memories. So please do consider that. And we're very much keen to hear from the whole community in that regard. Oh, is that Tatiana? Is that a parrot?
Oh, wow.
I thought that was Pirates of the Caribbean. What was that guy? Pirates of the Caribbean. I absolutely love that.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, that as far as I'm concerned, that's a story in its own right. Hasnaf and Sharon, there's a story there. Tatiana's parrot. I think quite a few people would like to know a bit of the backstory.
Yeah, what's happening there?
I'm telling you, that's a story already. And what can I say? No pressure. Diamond Jubilee update. David is traveling the length and breadth of the UK. It's lovely to see you back again, Michael. Yeah, David traveling the length and breadth of the UK, and on our website and also on our social media there will be a campaign. It's not so much a campaign, it's more like some really cool videos that the team's going to create showing you what he's doing, where he's doing, and the impact of it, because part of our 60th celebration is a celebration of our community, and one of the backbones of our community is the network groups. So he's going all over the UK seeing the network groups. He was in York, that's the picture there. He was also in Stubbington, and when he went there, oh cool, he gave out the certificates. He also gave plaques. And these are some of what I would call the really important stories that we need to share with our community, because this is what we're about. We're about supporting people in retirement, be it, be it befriending, be it coming to events, be it providing events and providing space for them. That's what we are about.
Sorry to interrupt, Denise. We just had a message from Gillian that she's going to have to leave us in a moment. Cool. She has to run to a meeting, but lovely to see you too, Gillian. Thank you for your message. Thank you for your presence. It's so great to have you. Thank you.
And say hi to Donald. Okay, so website updates, essentially, we got a stories page. Check it out. It's really cool. Also see what David's been up to. He's going to be going all around, and look out for our campaign where you can see some really cool videos with some nice pictures from people, or from him essentially, looking at some of those important towns. So when he was in York, he took some nice pictures. When he went down to Stubbington, he took some really cool pictures also of the group. So please jump up all over that and have a look. Don't forget. Oh, Kim.
That's all right. I'll mute her.
Yeah. Okay. Don't forget, on the 26th of next month is our Befriender conference, and it's going to be online, and we're also focusing on getting a number of speakers for you, because one of the key things I think I want to pick up on is AI and mature people, and how that new relationship is going to be forged. So we are going to be looking at getting somebody in to share their thoughts on AI and mature people, and how that relationship progresses, because I don't know if you're familiar with something called AI agents. AI agents effectively do the work of human beings, and there's a huge program at the moment with the NHS and the AI agent.
Sharing is not turned on.
Yeah, the AI agents are looking quite a lot at the historical data, because the NHS has got one of the oldest bits of patient data, because it's effectively been in space for, I mean, what is it, 80 years? So AI agents are looking at that, and they're very much involved in particular types of work in our NHS and going forward. So I think it's something that we as a community need to be aware of and on top of and not afraid of. And we should be looking at how we can embrace AI into our lives,
Let's do lunch.
or not. So there's that conference reminder. Befriender Media Pack, I've done that one. And that means it's over to Magnuson, Leticia. Do, 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 da, da. That's it.
Shall I share my screen so you can see the questions? So welcome everybody. We're going to have our quiz now. I hope you have a bit of a pen and bit of paper, and I hope you have your brains in gear. So we're going to have a bit of a quiz. I'm going to share my screen, and you will see the questions on the screen. Okay. Right. Right, I've got to make sure I do the correct, I share the correct page now, because I don't want to share the page that has the answers on it. So just bear with me. Okay, here we are. Can everybody see my screen? Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right. So the first question is, in which country do cherry blossom trees signify the beginning of spring? And this one is a multiple choice. We have Thailand, China, or Japan. Thailand, China, or Japan. Okay, question number 2. What are the spring zodiac signs? Are they Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, or Gemini, Cancer, and Leo, or Aries, Gemini, and Cancer? Make your choice now.
Boo.
Question number 3. Who is the Greek goddess of spring and nature? Is it Artemis, or is it Persephone, or is it Hera? And the next question, in the original Roman calendar, which month was March? Was it the 4th month, the 3rd month, the 1st month, or the 2nd month? So in the Roman calendar, was March the 4th, 3rd, 1st, or 2nd month? Moving on to question 5. Which of these is considered the flower of March? Is it violet, daffodil, pansy, or crocus? Question number 6. What date is St. George's Day? No multiple choice for that one. St. George's Day. So question number 7. What does April mean? The name of the month April, what does it mean? Question number 8. April the 1st is April Fool's Day. What did the French call an April Fool? Question number 9. We're back into a multiple choice here. Which TV programs? Oh no, I beg your pardon. I'm misleading you. It's not a multiple choice. So for question number 9, which TV programs do these catchphrases come from? So the first one is, I don't believe it. The second one is, don't panic. And the next one is, didn't they do well? And the next one is, say what you see. So just a quick recap. Which TV programs do these catchphrases come from? I don't believe it. And the next one is don't panic, don't panic. And the next one is didn't they do well? Didn't they do well?
What's that from?
I'm not going to tell you the answer right now. Did they do well? You don't get a pair. Anything for a pair. Not in this game. I'm giving
That's
you
what
the
I thought
wrong
it
one.
was. You don't get
That's a
nothing
different
for a
word.
pair. Nothing
Did they
there.
do well? But that's
Okay.
not the same program, is it? Okay, and the last one is say what you see. Say
know
what
what
you
that is.
see. Question number 10. What is the study of mushrooms called? The study of mushrooms. Question number 11. What is the capital of Malaysia?
I'm still at the question of mushrooms.
And question number 12. Who composed the music of the opera Aida? The composer of Aida. Right, we'll just do a quick recap of all of those. Number 1, in which country do cherry blossom trees signify the beginning of spring? Thailand, China, or Japan? Multiple choice. Question number 2, another multiple choice. What are the spring zodiac signs? Are they Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Aries, Gemini, Cancer? Question number 3, do you remember that program that had a theme tune where it was all the zodiac signs? Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. No, nobody remembers it. I'll stop singing. Judith, you're right. I'll shut up now. Right, but moving on. Question number 3. Who is the Greek goddess of spring and nature? Is it Artemis, Persephone, or Hera? Question number 4. In the original Roman calendar, which month was March? Was it the 4th, 3rd, 1st, or 2nd month of the Roman calendar? Question number 5. Which of these is considered the flower of March? A violet, a daffodil, a pansy, or a crocus? Question number 6. What date is St. George's Day? Question number 7. What does April mean? Question number 8. April 1st is April Fool's Day. What do the French call an April Fool? Question number 9. Which TV programs do these catchphrases come from? I don't believe it. Don't panic. Didn't they do well? Say what you see. Question number 10. What is the study of mushrooms called? Question number 11. What is the capital of Malaysia? And question number 12. Who composed the music for the opera Aida? Just as you contemplate your answers for those, here's wishing that each day of February month be bright and beautiful. Have a great February.
Oh, isn't that lovely? I think that's lovely.
Right. I think we should go to the answers. So I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. Are you all feeling confident? You all look very confident that you... I think you do. Okay, let's go to the answers. Right. Okay, let me share my screen again. Hopefully I'll be sharing the right page this time. Okay.
The pen. That's correct.
Right. So question number 1.
Oh,
In which
cool.
country do cherry blossom trees signify the beginning of spring? The answer is Japan.
Oh, I got that wrong.
Oh, well done if you got it. Not to worry if you didn't. And the zodiac signs of spring are Aries, Taurus, and Gemini.
Okay.
Question number 3. The Greek goddess of spring and nature is Persephone.
Oh, I got
I'm
that
sure
right.
someone will tell me if I'm mispronouncing that when we all come back on speaker. Persephone? Persephone? Persephone?
Isn't it? I thought it was Persephone.
Persephone. Right.
Stephanie.
Persephone.
Persephone. Okay. Right.
Persephone.
In the original Roman calendar, the month of March is the first month in the original Roman calendar.
I got that wrong.
Was March named after the god Mars? I don't know.
I don't know. I thought April was the first month because April is like the beginning of spring, isn't it?
Judith is shaking her head. I think Judith knows the answer. What date is St. George's Day? 23rd of April. And what does April mean? It means open.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, Judith, did we have the wrong answer for question number 6?
Oh, unmute yourself, Judith.
You skipped question 5, haven't you?
Oh, you're completely correct. Question 5. What's considered the flower of March? And that's violet.
Oh,
Thank you,
mine's
Judith.
daff. I thought it was a daffodil.
I was so sure it was the daffodil, so I've learned something.
I thought it was daff as well. That's what I put down.
I always think of daffodil as a spring flower and that it would be the flower of March. But yes, it was interesting to learn it was violet.
Okay.
So question number 6. The date of St. George's Day is the 23rd of April. And 7, what does April mean? Means open.
No idea.
Question number 8. April 1st is April Fool's Day, and the French call an April Fool a fish.
Good Lord.
A fish is a fish is a fool is a fish.
All right.
And for the TV programs that these catchphrases come from, I don't believe it. It's from One Foot in the Grave.
That's very good
Very
impression.
good there.
I know. I think she's wasted over there, you know.
Definitely.
I think so. There's a thespian over there. Yeah.
Don't panic, don't panic. It's from Dad's Army.
Oh God, I'll never watch that.
Didn't They Do Well comes from the Generation Game.
Oh.
Life is the name of the game, and I want to play the game with you. And Say What You See comes from
That's
catchphrase.
Yes, I knew that one. A new catchphrase.
The study of mushrooms is called mycology.
Oh.
I didn't know that before I found these answers.
I know that they have mycelium, isn't it? That's the compound, I think.
And the capital of Malaysia is Kuala Lumpur. And the composer of the opera Aida is Giuseppe Verdi.
Hey, well, I can safely say I probably got 3 right. So what can I say? What can I say? I need to listen to any questions a bit more on the radio. Well, that was fantastic, Leticia. Thank you so
I'll stop
much.
sharing now.
Well, thank you for that. I thought that was really cool, actually, because you're quite the quiz master. I noticed your flair at Christmas, and I just thought it was just not a good idea not to give you that space all over again. So well done for that.
Thank you.
How did you guys get on with the quiz?
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
It was
Did you enjoy
difficult.
that? Was it difficult, Richard?
Yeah, I got 6.
Oh, well done, Richard.
You've done better than me. You've done better than me. Michael and Leslie, did you enjoy this quiz?
Oh, Leslie said in the comments, not very good.
Oh no! But you know what? I love the fact that you guys are just here and you're trying with all the emojis. That's so cool. That makes me feel like, yeah. Well, look, guys. I mean, the only other thing I wanted to get your thoughts on just before we close, because it's relatively early. 2 things. What did you think of the reel? And does anybody fancy coming on the podcast? No pressure.
I've already done it.
I know, Jean. You've led by example.
Yeah.
Well done, Jean.
I can say it's not that scary. You can listen to me, and it was just a sort of chat, really.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Because I know you. Anyway, that helps. I mean, I think we all, so it's easier to talk to somebody you know.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's lovely. But
And
just
you can always give somebody a sort of dress rehearsal first or something, couldn't you?
Definitely, absolutely. I think really what we're trying to do is we just want to make sure that we got individuals who are available and who want to be involved, and it's myself and David, and it's not anything heavy. It's literally just a chat, and then we just recall some work thoughts and walk memories. So please do, if you're able to, just consider yourself and don't think that your story is not important. Your story is unique and it's vital. and
Yeah.
it's absolutely important to this project. So please don't think, oh well, I wasn't like at the top of the
Oh, dearie.
service tree.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. We want to know your story. Your story is valuable in every way.
Oh,
This
Chris,
is, yeah. Please, that'd be fabulous. And the other thing is, what was the other points? I don't
you
think
asked
it's
about
in
the
chat.
reel. You asked
Oh
about
yes.
their feedback on the
What do you
reel.
think of the reel? Did you like the reel? What do you think of that bit of new way of
I think it's
communicating?
great.
It's great.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you
think it's
move.
good.
very engaging.
The,
Oh,
the music is very racy, like eye-catching, but at the same time, there's a good balance between information and layout.
Oh,
So there's not
excellent.
too much. It's not confusing to look at,
Yeah.
but the key points are there. And I like the fact that it's sort of historical and modern, up to date.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
see things that were happening 60 years ago or 10 years ago, as well as the things that are happening right now. So I think
Brilliant.
it's good. There's could be a slight problem with the wording in the thing about take a look at our journey. It doesn't quite make sense. It might need to be slightly amended. Otherwise, I think all the captions are very snappy and good. So I'm sure it'll be very useful as a
wonderful.
Excellent.
I thought
Any
the
really
pace
important
was
feedback.
good as well.
Huh?
The pace, I think, is good. You've got time to take it in. It doesn't zip through too quickly, but
Exactly.
nor are you watching the same thing for too long. I just thought it moved on, at a good pace.
Excellent.
I think that's lovely.
Brilliant.
We're going to try and do more stuff like that, and that's why we say if you've got any thoughts or any pictures in your community that you want to share, send them to us. You might have a nice place that you go to, and it's of your area and you're happy to share it. Just send us pictures. Don't think it's got to be of a set thing. You know what I'm saying? You might have had a really cool afternoon tea, just send us a picture so we can live vicariously through your images. That's also very helpful.
Good
So,
idea.
please do just send us pictures, send us ideas and thoughts. And one of the things that have been that came through to us was one of our members was looking at like I think it was like a local publication for her library, and her library has a display cabinet. And I was saying to David that if there are any display cabinets in your local communities, that might be a way of us getting into a space that we wouldn't traditionally have got into. So, like in my area, I live in Enfield, my local civic centre, as soon as you walk through the door, there's a display cabinet there. Now, would it be possible for us to get into any of those places? Maybe that's something you guys can think about in the community. You've seen somewhere where we can send some pictures and some posters. Um, they might want some digital assets. There might be a local art campaign, or your walking group is doing something. Who knows? All I'm saying is, like, always think about what can I share with the CSRF, and if your thought says, "Oh, they won't want it," we want that. We want everything. Yeah, let us decide what's not relevant. Just send it, send it, send it, send it, send it. Yeah.
I think my library would be interested.
Ooh, really, Chris? Cool. So
Yes.
maybe make some inquiries potentially, and then think about what we could do, because we can send pictures, we could possibly send some posters. And one of the things I was saying to David was that we should record like a small little monologue about the CSRF, because most people who are going to look at a display cabinet and engage with it are sitting down. They're in the library. They're at, so, can we get a little monologue, and then all we do, we put the QR code, and just like a silent disco, you then meet us at that display cabinet, because you can hear us talking about the CSRF and you can see us. So in that very small instance, we have got a connection with you.
That video we have online on our website, that little animation, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Because it's such a fun little welcoming, warm piece of information that tells anybody instantly who we are and what we do and what we're about and why we're so important. So I think that would be fantastic if we could have a moving image on display somewhere in a public place. That'd be great.
Yeah, I think we should think about how we can get ourselves in spaces. I mean, there's lots of spaces that you guys occupy, and you'll be probably surprised to know that, they want content, your GP surgery, You know, if you've got a walking group, if you frequent a pottery afternoon, I don't know, they might, you know, have information or stuff that we can utilize. You know, they might
keep
have,
making us silent again.
Don't.
oh yeah. So there's all different things basically. So that's what I'd like you guys to keep in your purview. If you see something and you've got an idea,
You
we
see
love
something,
those.
you've got an idea.
Yeah.
I heard you that time.
Who's
Brilliant.
that with you, Michael? Who's that? Is that your partner?
My wife,
Oh,
Who's
hello.
the
What's your
wife?
name, man?
Margaret.
All right, Margaret.
Margaret.
Lovely to meet you, Margaret. Make sure we see you at the next meeting. How did you get on with the quiz, Margaret? Did you get any questions right?
Scarcely.
Ooh.
I got March as the first month,
Excellent.
and
Brilliant.
then was composed of Aida.
Oh, well done. Well
I
done.
couldn't think of One Foot in the Grave. It was in my mind, but I couldn't dredge it up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, a disaster.
Well, I think you find that I'm in the same boat as you, Michael. I think I got 3 right.
Yeah.
You know, what can I say? But it's lovely to see everybody. And I just wanted to say thank you, guys. Don't forget to register for the online conference, okay?
No.
And Chris, it's lovely to hear that you're going to support us with this display idea, maybe your local library. You know, we can
Thank you.
about that. And also, Jill wanted the pack. Judith wanted a pack.
Yeah.
And if
And
anybody else,
Chris wanted a pack as
oh,
well.
and Chris as well. Right, we'll be sending out those packs for you, and we'd really appreciate your feedback on them. Okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna love you and leave you now.
Okay.
I'm gonna love you and
Okay,
leave you.
thank you.
It's been a
Okay.
joy to see you all again. Yeah. And make sure you
Thanks.
come back next time. On the 26th, if you can make it. You know, if you can't stay for the whole thing, it's fine. But we'd definitely like to have your thoughts and your feedback. Okay?
Okay. Thanks.
Bye.
Wonderful.
Thanks,
Thank
folks.
you.
That's
Thank
great
you.
to
Bye,
see everyone.
everybody.
Thank you
Bye.
so much.
Bye.
Great
Bye.
afternoon.
Bye.
Hope it's sunny where you are.
Bye.
Bye.
Jazz hands, everybody. Jazz
Bye.
hands. See. I can't do an emoji while I'm doing my jazz hands.